Here's your Storm Track 7 forecast.
Happy midday to you all. This is Storm Track 7 meteorologist Rob Comodoro. We've got more of a summer-like feel on the way these next couple of days. Humidity is on the rise, as you can see, lower to middle 60s over these next couple of days. Along with that, we're tracking the chance for some storms, of course. But once that front rolls through tomorrow, we'll see dew points drop again. Back to some pretty comfortable conditions for the most part for Friday. But as you head into the weekend, of course, it's Father's Day weekend. Father's Day itself looks like it's going to be a pretty hot and muggy one, to say the least. I'll show you more of those numbers in just a moment here. But I did mention the fact that we have the chance for some storms later on today and again tomorrow. So let's go through that here with the future track real quick. We have had some activity off to our north and northwest across portions of Minnesota, even out towards western portions of the state of Iowa. But so far we have been dry this morning, but we are going to be again tracking that chance for some storms. The activity right now looks like it will weaken a bit. We're still going to see at least the possibility for some strong to severe storms as well as we head throughout the afternoon into the evening. You see this particular model igniting some storms off to our west. It's something we could still see across eastern Iowa as well. But even through the overnight period, it looks like we'll eventually begin to dry out more after midnight once those initial storms roll on through during the early overnight period. As you can see there, but by tomorrow morning, we're pretty much dry. Partly cloudy throughout a good chunk of the day, and then we're going to be seeing another cold front, or that original cold front, I should say, that will be moving through the area pretty slowly. And depending on where that sits during the daytime hours, during the peak heating hours, I should say, we could see some storms ignite along that area. Right now, it looks like it'll mostly be along Highway 30 and points to the south. It's exactly what you can see heading into the late afternoon and early evening time frame. But by around 6, 7 o'clock, a lot of that's already out of the area. It's a pretty fast-moving system once that cold front does move through. Now, the earlier it moves through, the less likely the chance for storms is tomorrow afternoon. The slower the cold front is, the more likely we have a chance for some storms for our far southern areas. By tomorrow night, though, we're clearing out. We're leading into a mostly sunny Friday, like we talked about, a little more comfortable as well. In terms of the severe weather risk itself, the main threat is actually way off to our north, even up towards Duluth, as you can see, or as you just saw a moment ago, level 3 out of 5. But across eastern Iowa, level 2 out of 5 risk, at least for our far northern and northwestern counties, as you can see there. They're down to the south, level 1 out of 5, and those far southern counties, no risk for severe weather. As we move through the overnight period, these storms, if any do make it into eastern Iowa, will gradually weaken. Now with that, for those northern areas, the main threats will be some damaging winds and some larger hail. Can't rule out an isolated tornado as well, but again, that main threat of that is off to our north. Now, here we are for tomorrow. Again, that cold front is going to be moving through pretty slowly, and depending where it is, like we mentioned a moment ago, that's where we're going to see that chance for storms. Level 2 out of 5 is off to our south, but just for the case that there is at least an upgraded or an updated pushing north of this level 2 out of 5, or just the general threat for stronger to severe storms tomorrow. There's also this yellow alert day in play for tomorrow. I'll talk about that in just a second. But again, here we are, level 1 to 5 at this time for our far southern counties. Hail and damaging winds, again, the main threats. Once again, can't rule out an isolated tornado or two. Otherwise, yellow alert day again for this afternoon into the evening time frame, and same idea tomorrow. We already talked about the locations there, but we are talking about a chance for strong to severe storms. So be weather aware later this afternoon and again tomorrow afternoon. Now, let's sum this up for you again. Highs today, it's going to be a pretty hot and humid one out there, at least slightly humid. Highs right around that 90-degree mark, upper 80s to the north, lower 90s to the south. Could be a little bit gusty out there at times with that southwesterly wind. Tonight, showers and storms roll on through. Overnight low is pretty mild, the upper 60s to lower 70s across the board. Cold front moves through tomorrow, better chance for storms to the south. Friday, pretty nice day, all things considered. We'll call it pretty seasonal for the most part. And heading into the weekend, Father's Day weekend, winds pick up, so do the temperatures. They rise back up into the lower 90s, even into next work week, as you can see. Those windy conditions stick around as well, with a couple chances for some scattered showers and storms.